memers, gamers alike. This is CappingTV, and welcome to our cast of I believe it's the intermediate semi-finals? I've been informed that the two teams on tonight are by far the best teams in intermediate, so who wants to run through rosters? I'm casting tonight with Heebs and Mikau.
Hey.
I think Mikhail's the analyst tonight.
Yeah,
but you can chime in.
Alright, so I'm going to run through this roster of my Tema Jeff. We have Microlash and KPC on Scouts, Easy Monkey Sniper on Soldier, and as well as Mop. And we have Melons on Demo and Azar on Medic. And the other side we have Sad Boys, so we have Spin and Pudding on Scouts, Yui and Twig on the Soldiers, Lau on Demo, and Rem on Medic.
Yep.
So you guys probably know these teams better than I can.
I can add in some of my 2 cents if you need.
Yeah, go ahead, and I'd love a prediction from both of you. That'd be gnarly.
Right. Well, first off, I'll say that with the return of Yui, I suppose it's going to be a lot closer game than otherwise it would have been. I know for a fact that he makes up a big part of this team with his impact is just enormous, and he can guide the team really well because otherwise most of them are quite inexperienced, I'd say. And I'd watch out, apart from Yui on blue, of course. I'd be watching out for Lau. He seems to have a really strong DM, and I'd be quite keen to see some plays with him. Other than that, we've got definitely the best medic in IM. Shout out to Aza. And yeah, also the Red are murking KPC, which is interesting. Because Key, of course, is playing on currently the 3rd seeded team in Prem, but he says Romo in that team, so we'll see how he goes on Scout.
Right. So, you guys got any predictions, or?
Oh, I would have said, yeah, I know. I would have said Team of Jeff, but Yui really does make an impact, so it's going to be close.
Well, in any case, we've just gone live with the first mid here.
I'm going to watch
a third-person cam personally, but
I'm going to watch Lau this mid.
Lau's got a pretty domineering position here. Like, Tamajeff seems to come pretty slow.
Tamajeff are taking a lot of ground here, and they're actually beating most of their players. And it looks like Lau might die. Yeah, but yeah, Rem's all the way out. Good play from Remorse to be completely back at his own last. They're gonna have quite a big Uberad on the side of Tamajeff now, though.
But with the 55 that Remorse currently has, I think it's entirely possible that there'll be an Uber stalemate on last, especially with the sentry coming up out of.
Yeah, it probably will be now. But with the brain of Yui, they might want to take this in early now.
I don't think they would. Oh, however, Timothy's come through before Remorse could get. He's so close.
He's positioned himself well now, and he's now on the left side with full Uber. Oh, he drops! He drops! Torque gets a nice rocket onto him, I believe, from lower left.
Popping off. And, only 4 foot tall, still fragging like a man.
Out DM'd though, completely.
Yeah.
Azer's last one alive. Trying to recreate his frag movie moment last season. Looks like he'll get out now.
However, yeah, so apparently we're experiencing technical difficulties, so we'll be with you guys on the stream shortly. All you really need to know is Torque's fragging like a real man despite being a manlet, and Azer's kept a 40% out for his team. And we're back to a second holdout of my Tema Jeff. Guess we're radio casting for him or something? I don't really know what the issue is.
35% Uber out on the side of Red here. They might want to do something with it. Seems Yui's team are holding they're holding back on last. They've got the sentry up, they're not going anywhere right now.
I think if Tamajeff wants to use this properly, they need to push pretty quick though. So.
Yeah, I think that's what they are going to do though.
But they're leading in on it, Soldier. They're not even taking a scout on the Uber. I guess because of that sentry, but they've spent no time on the sentry at all. Their Uber's fading.
Yeah, that was a terrible Uber.
I think they just rooted themselves.
Yeah, and now you have full Uber out on the side of blue team. They're gonna want to push out pretty quick right now.
Red's opting to hold forward. I think they want
Spin
to force them as they come out.
Spin hasn't actually switched off engineer here, which I would have expected for a push, but
I mean, with the Uber, they can afford to use out and try to get frags and leave him at last in case of a backup.
I mean, he is just the slower scout, isn't he? With the addition of a sentry for defense. So. But blue team's getting pretty aggressive right now. They're looking to. Well, they might catch out Mikolash there, but.
Yeah, but I mean, with Aces coming up on 85% Uber now, and Remorse, I mean, Loud just died, so they're not going to want to push down the demo, and I think it's just going to be back to even Uber's pushing. In fact, Spin's gone down as well. If my team Jeff wants to push,
what do you think about that? Do you think they should have pushed out there, or you think?
I think they definitely should have pushed. I think they need to grow up here and push. In that
well,
situation.
It looks like Red's coming in right now, and it's well, blue team's going to have the spawn advantage. But
Remorse is used on nothing.
And Ace has just got on point. He didn't get much out of it. He loses his life. But I don't know. It's pretty even right now. Except for blue has heals, so they'll probably come out on top after this scrappy fight is done. And Melons actually might die here as well. He's pretty. Yeah, he goes down to spin. Up. Mob treads. Looks like Mob's gonna get out now. Yeah, he's got now far out. And blue team seem to want to push again with their 20% Uber ad.
Yeah, but Remorse doesn't seem to build very well. He seems to disconnect a lot because I'm watching the Ubers here and Ace is on 45 and they're on 55. That should have been a much larger Uber ad for Sad Boys here.
Yeah, it's gone from a 25% to a, well, like a 10% right now.
Yeah.
Which is not enough to push off.
Yeah, so I don't know, I guess, I mean, they're building in yard here, like getting ready to push into mid, but I think by the time they push in, when they're going through house though, but I think by the time they come in, I mean, Ace is gonna have it.
They've taken quite a while. I think they know that it's gonna be even right now. I'd be surprised if they get caught out by an even Uber situation.
I mean, apparently they lost a 10-second advantage, so
yeah,
rough.
Yeah, 20% or so advantage lost there, which is unfortunate. We have a second right now. He doesn't get much done.
Yeah.
Yui seems to be counter-sacking. He's gotten in clean, but the scouts completely mulch him. Though he does get some nice rockers onto Aza. Aza backs off for some health, and we're going back to a stalemate here on.
But Tor's gonna spawn first, like drastically first, and I think they could push off that if they really wanted to, but they're just opting to stand out right now, try to win the war of attrition. Fucking trench warfare over here, boy.
Yeah. You know, grind that ammo down.
Talk again, tall poppy syndrome, standing up on the light up there trying to spam.
Oh, we have a second from Talk here. He gets the force out. That's a really nice jump from balcony there onto the blue medic. And Aza should... No, they're going to counter this, and they've ready to pop their Uber.
Well, I mean, they've got no reason not to. I mean, Sad Boys flashed like 5 or 6 the moment he got popped, so I know what Remorse was thinking.
Spin's behind here, and they're all low health, so no, I don't think he's going to get anything done with this. Indeed, he does not. But actually, off that distraction, Blue have pushed in here, and they're cleaning up plays left, right, and center, and they're actually going to win it. That's really interesting that worked out there. We're going to see one last sack from KPC onto the blue medic, but it's not going to be to any avail. And Remorse should come out with a 60% or so Uber out here. Oh!
Torque still fragging like a real man.
He gets great damage off. Twig almost goes down. That
he
was
got
actually
great damage on all of them.
Very close, yeah, very close sack there from Torque.
It's just unfortunate that he didn't get to follow through properly. Oh, well, I guess if he goes to the gym and works it out a little, he could get a bit better at that one.
Yui's gonna go forward there and die to Mop, I believe, and drop down.
Yeah. Yui's spawning now, though, so it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah, no,
Mikolash is on Engineer. Has he got that sentry up? He does. It's level 3 outside right. But the rest of his team's holding forward, so I don't know what the plan is here.
Actually,
Spin gets...
Is this an Uber trade? Very interesting there.
Yeah, Aza got the Ubersaw to get himself up to 100% because he only had 80 when they pushed in. But,
Oh wow, clutch Aza.
yeah, because Spin just got to drill himself straight in. He
Big
murdered Melon.
Yeah, interesting. Actually, no, I guess it's not. After learning that Aza got the Ubersaw. Pudding's getting a point here. He's got really good time. He's actually going to count the point with Mob staring at him in the face. That is a misplay from Red coming out there. And
they're just kind of staring at him, not doing anything about it.
I mean, Mop was, Mop was trying to shoot at him with rockets, but didn't manage to hit the last one that was needed.
I mean, not so much now that the map's changed, but Badlands, like, if someone's on your point, you need to get him the fuck off, or at least stand on it. But anyway, going into mid here, take me into it.
Torque's actually gone up for a big bomb off there, but he gets absolutely air shot out of the sky by Lau, and Yui's probably going to make a play very soon. He's going under, he might catch out the demo. No, he doesn't see Melons. Melons gets away with... Oh, he kills Melons anyway. Yui's currently distracting heads right now, and he's still alive, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Yui follow through bomb here, which looks like that's going to happen. And he gets a nice 2 rocket on the scout. Will pick up Mop as well. That's a really good play there from Yui. Three kills there mid.
Yeah, Aza's managed to get away with Uber, but I mean, they're 3 players down.
Aza's just got that brain, hey.
Debatable, dude. He's from New Zealand. And there goes half our viewer count. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, I guess this is just going to be another stalemate because... Although Yui's gone on to Spy, actually. I hadn't noticed that. So we'll see what he can get with that.
Spy.
I mean, he's a big brain gamer, bro.
So we're not going to see the Yui Sniper, but we are going to see the Yui Spy. Oh yeah, we have a counter sniper as well on Michael Ash for red team. He's sniping from top right now. Let's see where Yui comes in. Oh, not a counter sniper, my bad.
So Yui's gotten in and they have no idea. He's actually on the staircase now.
Oh,
Aza's going back onto the staircase.
Oh, he gets Aza! Oh, that's a really good play from Yui there. And Blue are going to Uber in here. Oh, Melon's going huge there, picking up 2.
Blue's dropped their entire team except for Twig, and they're having to get out here.
And if they're not careful, Rem might be caught out here. Twig picks up 1 onto Miko. He's still relatively full. I don't think KPC will chase this. She doesn't. It looks like Blue are building back on mid again. Rem got out.
He really should have chased it though. I mean, Twig was down. He's still down on 37 health, running out. Equalizer. They could have pushed and taken control the second here, but I think they're going to go back to just holding large. And with the 10 disad that they have.
It seems to be a pretty reoccurring thing so far in this game, is just not capitalizing off some opportunities, but you know, it's playoffs game. Stakes are high.
Yui just got spammed to death in lobby, and so did Pudding.
Oh, that's not too good, hey.
They both just stood still and ate rockets.
Miko Lash is back on sniper now. He might be switching off. I think he is. I
Twig
think
goes down as well.
Yeah, they're gonna try muscle them back out of second here, which I think is working. We don't have any flankers going for the back cap or anything, so Yui's coming in here. He might want to get aggressive. I'm not sure. He's taking quite a bit of spam. Looks like he's gonna get out.
Yeah, I mean it's even Uber. Zaza's pretty low, but I don't see anything happening here to sort of force him.
I wouldn't expect a force just yet, or like a sack. I mean. But Torque's holding pretty aggressive here on house alone right now, but I think a scout buddy was coming. He's still holding alone, but he's backed off a little. Back to a stalemate. Just was it the other way around? I think it was. Yeah, it's the other way around this time.
Yeah. Just while we're in a bit of a stalemate here, I'd like to do a quick shout out to my friend Matt, one of the whiniest people I've ever met, but he's a lovely bloke.
Oh, we forgot our minute of silence for Pingu.
Oh, we did.
Oh,
I mean,
very sorry, Pingu.
I don't think it's a really good time in the middle of the match. I think in between maps, we'll do like a 10-minute silence, 21 jump salute, all that. Oh, Sack coming in from Yui. He's jumped straight onto Aza.
He gets a nice rocket, but he doesn't get the follow-up rocket off, and looks like Blue's actually getting really aggressive here. Yeah, Pudding gets a bit too aggressive and goes down a choke. Torque's sacking in right now. He gets air shot again by Lau. Great air shot there. And he'll have to back off here. Actually, no, he gets pistoled down by Spin. Very nice aim coming out there, but
Both
Mob
Ubers
comes
have
in,
come
gets
out, but
well, looks like Red has a bit of the better Uber, but it's not going to be much by much.
yeah, Remorse
has
had to
the-
flash a
oh,
bunch, but it
Twig's
wasn't
in.
enough.
Twig's in. Yui's in as well. They both get mulched. Yui does frag from trade with Melons, and KPC goes down to Lau, so it's very even situation. Demo and Scout versus Soldier and
This
Scout.
fight's
Looks like
still
Red's gonna
going,
back off.
but Sad Boys has such a better positional advantage. You know,
Yeah,
my
I
team
think
Jeff
Blue's
just
gonna
didn't
take this.
take ground really. They like
Yeah,
sort of stood beneath their train instead of getting on it.
There's
And they just got
a
pushed
little
out.
bit of a lack of focus firing there, I think, on both sides. To be honest, I think that's why it went on for so long.
I mean, Yui and Twig, is it? Yeah, Yui and Twig sort of jumped together, which would have been
Yeah,
really good. But
That was
after they died, their whole team just sort of seemed to lose a bit of cohesion beyond DM. So
yeah, but they do come out on top regardless. Anyway, looks like Melons is getting a trap ready for a low jump around that corner there. Back to even situation here, so it's always something we love, hey?
yeah, I mean, intermediate half. But there's only 16 minutes left, and I mean, my team of Jeff needs to get some points on the board. So I think really they should be getting a bit braver with it and actually pushing. Otherwise, they're going to get fucked by the end of the match.
This is what I expected though. I expected a pretty close match between these two.
Mhm.
With the return of Yui, of course. I do believe that the other top 4 teams, at least one of them is watching this right now, pulling some ideas for their matches later to come next week or this week.
So Yui's sacking in, just getting straight on the point. I think he's playing some sort of distraction play,
Yeah,
putting
this is
dice
a really
to a
good play
trap and
for
choke.
Yui right now because he's distracted Ace and the pocket's been able to get into free, but it doesn't matter because they're actually going to Uber.
Both teams Ubering. Aza's up on that Pride Rock there, but he's about to get
Ace is
drilled.
going to die,
Yeah.
Twig gets Aza and... But actually it's just the combo alive for Blue right now, and Torque's going to get a nice flank off of them. And he's probably going to pick up Twig, yeah, and he does, and now Remorse is a dead man.
I mean,
Oh,
Remorse looks like...
oh, that's a nice rocket from Torque there to get the medic. Just going back to that initial push from Blue there, it seemed like Remorse popped a little bit too prematurely. Like, he could have milked that a bit longer, I reckon, and gotten a better Uber off, but he went in for a trade when no one was really looking at him, so...
Yeah. I mean, I let my girlfriend play Team Fortress a couple times as medic, and she says the same thing about me, that I pop a little bit too early, but we'll see what happens.
We got Torque poking and prodding in Valley right now.
And we've
He
actually
backs
got a bit of an interesting social interaction going on here. Apparently, Torque's Tyrant Helmet he's wearing on Soldier is crafted by Lau.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Some sort of gift, maybe they're trying to... Maybe that's why, what's it called?
Maybe
My
that-
team of Jeff isn't pushing here. Maybe they've been paid off in hats. I don't know.
Maybe this is going back to the Demo and Soldier friendship that was once in TF2 at one point.
I know. Either way, we're seeing like a really passive hold out of Sad Boys here. Considering they did have
Yui's really
like
low.
almost a 50% disad for a minute there, makes a lot of sense, but it's
Yeah.
even now. They both have Uber.
Melon, yeah, okay, so Red pop off, and Melons' walk through choke with absolutely no competition, but he's gonna... Twig actually, Twig jumps him. That's a nice play from Twig there to recognize Melon's vulnerability. Mop missing an air shot there, which feels bad, but Remorse is actually gonna get caught out there.
I mean, continuing on my theme of bashing meds, Remorse flashed like
gotta
8
jump in.
times for nothing. I mean, that's an overstatement. He flashed like 3 or 4 that just didn't need to be flashed in between a soldier and a scout.
Who?
When the
Who
scout's
flashed,
not
sorry?
even taking damage. Remorse did. So
Alright, yeah.
the Uber really sucked there.
Yeah. He probably should have just tried to keep it on 1 or 2 players and told the rest to go away.
Yeah.
But we have a level 3 on the left side here, which is interesting. I've seen it being played more in like EU, in the EU meta, but from what I know, the reason it's usually on right is because it splits up the enemy's kind of focus. So they have to either focus the sentry or focus the medic or whatnot, but now they can just focus all their efforts on left sides. What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't think it really matters with the 30% ad that Aza currently has. If they want to fucking
That's
use
true.
in and actually push.
Yeah, and they have, and looks like they're coming on and on the scout right now, but they have to deal with the spin pyro, and he's absolutely destroyed the red Uber.
Yeah.
And with the backup of that sentry, that Uber is not going to work. But actually,
3 times on the point.
Oh wow, that is really sneaky by red team then.
Yeah, they came straight in through right side. KPC just fucking walking in, getting on the point.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Lau this mid again. I'm keen to see some more DM plays by him. Oh, he beats his rollout, unless he meant to go Valley.
Both teams have actually taken the other team's side here, so Twig just jumping in, getting a bit of damage off, and then jumping away. Yui's very low.
Yeah. They've swapped sides though.
I mean, they've swapped sides, but my Tema Jeff took forever to get up onto the train there, and Twig's behind, just gets straight onto Azo, fucks him up.
Red seems to be coming out on top after this mid fight, and actually, if he's on the medic, he's gonna pick him up, and he'll probably pick up spin right now. Yep, just Twig left alive. He's gonna be a 134 in his house, and he's gonna back off here.
I mean, they were all low enough that he probably could have jumped and actually gotten the frag there, but he's not necessarily gonna know that, so...
Yeah. Melon's actually really forward here. He's not even on that much health. He could get jumped here because he has no backup.
Yeah, but he's got big
he has
balls,
stickies.
dude. He's brave.
He's got stickies up. Yeah, Yui's gonna aggress him right now, but his
Yui's about to
positioning's
get
good
murdered though for that. Yeah. KFC goes down, Twig jumped, but didn't really get much else done. Loud died for nothing really on that.
If they grind this year, they could potentially make their way up to a 20% ad and push in with that, but I wouldn't be surprised if that did not happen.
I think they've really lost their chance to push there.
Yeah.
The spawns are up, but
it's back to evens. Oh, we have a sack for the point right now. Coming from Mob. He's still on the point. That is a lot.
I mean, this is actually working really well.
They give 3 for it, which is not a... Yeah, no. I think if they sack 2 for it, maybe. But the third player and then Melon's committing for it, I think is going to backfire. Interesting play, though, to try and just rush the point. Like, you can't really blame them after Blue Team didn't look at them last time, but...
I might be giving them too much credit here, but it's entirely possible that they just didn't want to push last because they know that they've been stalemating a lot.
So what's interesting right there is Remorse actually tried to walk up to Spire, but he went in front of the Spire, and Red Team noticed this and instantly sent 3 players to try and get the force out while he was completely unguarded, which is what happened. Now we're seeing frags on the side of Blue Team, and Red Team are going to have to pop their Uber. Menkalash going a bit too far forward there. Azel, oh, actually, there's a scout and Azo. Very nice play from putting there. So the soldier jumps away. Actually, Talk gets Remorse in return. So
Talk once again pretending that he can jump. You know, pretending like he plays basketball. Get in there. We managed to get mid. I mean, it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. I guess Talk, you know, blinders on in the same way that, like, you know, a horse has like the blinders on. He's Asian, so I guess his eyes are like, you know, they just kind of lock on to what he needs to get and he just goes for it.
Alright. Well, with that, it looks like we're going to see yet another stalemate in the same position as last time. And now, 1-1 though to score. And Lau actually goes down from multiple spamming red players. And red actually looks like want to muscle this. What are your thoughts on this?
I think that's exactly the play to make. They lost demo. It's like a free chance to push choke. And if they jump a soldier in and get him back, this will be really easy.
Yeah, Melons actually went down pretty low, but a clutch save with an arrow from Azov that's going to keep him alive.
And keep
Talk
jumping
alive
in
with it. Yeah, it's a really good play from Talk. It's turned to heads, and now Red can start to take some ground, but Yui's going to counter jump. He needs to be denied far. He gets the demo. This is going to be over for Red.
Some real sloppy fight. Pudding's on like 6, Remorse is 10. He's just got an pack. I mean...
Unfortunate there, the Melons had to go down, because otherwise I think if they'd shot down Yui, that muscling would have worked in their favour.
I mean, they'd won the muscle fight there, totally. But they just got jumped in again and didn't really
Yui's actually forward here. He picks up KPC but goes down for his efforts.
I mean, with where the spawns are at, it's really not an amazing frag, although the delay is 15 seconds.
Yeah, this is pretty big player ad right now for blue because, well, actually not now, not anymore.
We've got Michael Ash on sniper though, so we'll see if he can pick up a frag, even it up a little bit.
How do you think blue are gonna handle this situation?
I think they should push while KPC is trying to get a sentry up. I think they should push like right now if they're clever. Before the sentry's level 2. But they missed that chance.
Well, Mikolaj's just watching the crossing here, so maybe an undisciplined medic might cross into his eyes. But actually, I mean, you got 2 scouts stationed in Belgium right here. So what I'm thinking they're gonna do is put all their heavy classes. I reckon they're putting all their heavy classes top left here, and then the 2 scouts from bottom right will rush the point. That's my play. Yeah, the 2 scouts are in right now. They're gonna get on the point, jump on the point, but he can't kill the stickies in time, and they're both gonna die. But they've Ubered in here regardless.
Both scouts they use anyway?
Yeah, they've Ubered in here regardless, and they're getting completely mulched right now. Twig's on the back lines, but he's been spotted. He's gonna be taken out very soon. Lau goes down, yeah.
Maybe they were hoping for some sort of play there, but I think there was just some sort of disconnect in communication.
Yeah, they didn't go. The scouts went in a bit too early. I was expecting the Uber to come in first, and then
Yui.
Oh, did Yui get some mad? Damn. Okay, that's a misplay on red team, and he's possibly just saved him quite a bit of ground because I think with that ad they could have pushed them out back to their second or even their last.
Nah. I don't know, man. But either way, I think we're back on last year, and honestly, I think this is time for SADDOYS to just cop another point.
We saw a double sack in. Talk got some nice damage. I think it was the first soldier, the initiating soldier got some nice damage onto the medic, but the second one got mulched pretty fast and couldn't get anything off. And actually, we're gonna see a sack for the point here. Aza goes down. And I think this will be a cap for blue.
I mean, they're about to get Uber, yeah.
Yeah.
This is over.
Yeah, okay, so it's 2-1 in favor of blue team right now.
Only 5 minutes left. With the way that these guys are playing, like, very stalemate, very even. I think this is going to be difficult for my team and Jeff to pull out this map.
It's a best of 3, right?
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. I haven't really been playing TF2 for like a month, so.
Okay, so red team have gone their side and blue team have gone their own side as well, so we have a massive DM battle coming off. Yeah, where AZ does die, but looks like the rest of red has done a sufficient amount of damage to their players, where it's only Yui. Oh, okay, so blue completely wiped. Both medics go down. It's gonna be an even Uber situation. Red will probably look to get second off of this as well. And then...
Look, you've said both medics have gone down, which is true, but what you didn't think about was the fact that Aza died really early, so he's already up.
That's
and
true,
Morse still has a 10-second spawn, 5 now. Sorry, I'm not fucking doing it right.
That'll lead to a 30% ad for red.
If they grind this is totally their chance to win a last, like, very easily.
And it's
putting
gonna
on
be very
MG,
important.
I think it's very easy for them. If they push quick, if they kill Yui, because he's over in Resub, he's probably going to back spawn, but...
I do believe the other map is Product, which which will mean that this map is quite important for red to win, because Product can turn into a very DM fest very fast, and, you know, blue has a number of people who are not afraid to take 1v1s and duels, and that. So I think this cap right here might be quite important for
They killed Yui, but they took so long to do it that they didn't take any position, and their Uber's gonna suck. They use now, so we're back to an even Uber.
I think they're still about to go in. Oh, Melon's dropped to it. But they're gonna go in anyway. Alright, so that happened.
They're hoping for the Sentry
Scouts have
half-cap
gone on point.
If they can get a back cap here, I think that's the strat.
Yeah, lure them into a false sense of security. Fuck, what will go down from on MOP.
Yeah, but there's no back cap.
There's no back cap going on right now. They're gonna cut their losses. Pudding actually gets decently hurt there by 2 stickies from Melons, and we'll still be able to cap the point, though I doubt there's gonna be much interference.
No,
as I say that.
Yes, this is really good.
This is the really proactive play from red here to counter this. But Yui gets air shot, but kills the soldier and then surfs his rocket. Oh, great pipe from Melon Soda.
They're
Take down Yui.
wiped.
That's a wipe. This will
come
be
on.
a last push.
Yeah,
a
that's
last
last.
cap.
Alright,
That's a really great proactive flip from Red there to counter that and capitalize off the little opportunities that they were given.
Yeah, Talk's fat air shot definitely stopped
that.
Yui from fragging their mid. And I guess that just really shows that he was really going to the gym today. He had a lot of protein shake, just absolutely fragging.
Both of them known for their Spire gameplay, so
yeah. I suppose that's the gym TF2.
Move bomb into Remorse there, gets one nice rocket off but dies. Talk goes in, doesn't hit anything, and looks like Red will have to concede this mid unless we see another overextending play from the blue players.
Red's
actually, Spin's gonna get Azar. Spin should get Azar. Yeah, he does get Azar. Oh, but actually they've left their medic alone, and KPC if he hits his shots will... No, okay, never mind. He Remorse stays alive, and this could spell disaster. 1 minute 30.
A minute 30. All they have to do is if they get a sentry up, which they're already on, and they've got a heavy up as well. If they can get those gamers to just sort of like delay this Uber, it's entirely possible that they can stalemate this out and go to the golden cap. But that's the best that they can hope for in this situation right here.
Definitely.
They want to get to that golden cap and just stalemate for the moment.
I think the chances of, the hopes of winning in normal time is over for Red. They just need to stall this cap.
Yeah, and they've got triple off class. They've got NG heavy and pyro, and I don't think
this is full turtle. We're seeing full turtle.
Yeah, I don't think Sad Boys knows about the pyro though. So if they push in,
they're going under. Demo's gonna focus the sentry. Pyro's gonna drop down. He's gonna deny this Uber.
He's denied the meta.
Demo's completely open.
Good time.
Pyro finally goes down. This is this has gone terribly. So the Pyro seemed to do the only defending there. The rest were rendered somewhat useless.
Yeah, it's the same sort of thing as earlier, where they just didn't stop the point once it started capping. Like, it got to half cap and they stopped it, but then they all just sort of milled around on that low ground and got spammed.
So I think that's gonna be the map in favor of blue team right now. We're gonna see an aggressive bomb into house from Yui. Yeah, that'll be the map. Just dead time right now.
There's only 6 seconds left. So, how do you feel about that one?
I think there's a lot of missed opportunities on both sides, to be honest, and I think, I think I did expect this to be quite a close game.
So we'll try to get these logs up. While we're getting these logs, we're gonna see if we can play some sort of sad music and get a minute of silence for Pingu.
Minute of silence for Pingu, please.
And so just get these logs up real quick. So, how do you feel about that one? I guess while we get these logs up.
Oh, Mitch putting the ban hammer down on Sayo in chat right now. Oh, okay.
So I've got these logs up. I know. Do you guys need a link?
Yeah, link me. That'd be nice.
I can't link it in my book.
I can see it on the cast, I suppose.
So yeah, we'll take a quick minute of silence for Pingu, and then we'll have a quick look at these logs game. So the silence. Apparently, no, we're not going live. So,
I think he means the game. We want to have a look at these logs.
Yeah, we'll have a quick look at these logs. So we've got Yui doing the most damage in the server on Soldier.
Not surprising, to be honest.
Yeah. Both of the demos are actually coming in pretty low for this. Both of them are being outclassed by soldiers. All of the soldiers are at the top there. And all of the scouts are actually at the bottom, which I don't know how I feel about.
One thing to note is that Yui, I believe to be the roamer, has actually taken second most heals above his above his demo, sorry. So, there's that.
I'm
Other
just
than that-
amazed that no scout got over 200 DPM.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think my boy Pingu could have managed that.
Yeah,
But
I
I
don't
think
know what happened there though.
another thing to note is about, well, yeah, exactly 90 more healing per minute on the side of Remorse over Azar. Azar dying 2 times more than Remorse.
Remorse actually took a bunch less damage, about 1,000 less damage in the space of that match.
And what's the damage like for the team? So 2,000 more damage on the side of blue. So no real reason for Azar to be doing.
So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good stats, I guess. It's really strange seeing scouts down the bottom there, especially with how strong scout is in this day and age. And the demos being that low behind their soldiers is weird too. But I guess it's just on the way that the teams play. I don't really know what to say.
I think both teams are relatively like combo centric, you know. Don't rely on their scouts too heavily. They're kind of just there, from what I saw. And Lau actually getting the most air shots on the server, so you know there's that. Actually, we like.
Yeah, we've just. Oh dear.
All right then.
So yeah, this is product.
Let's go. I love product.
So, I mean,
Blue
my
and
time of Jeff
mulch
is just
red.
getting. It's rough.
I congratulate you on saying my team of Jeff every single time because that name trips me out. I just say red.
Yeah, look, something about that team name makes me very happy.
Well, I mean, Aza didn't die there, so props to him for that. And they're going to be able to come back, maybe fight this mid here, and they do pick up spin pretty early on in this exchange, and they're going to force out blue. Early, Twig's going to have to come in and get the force on Aza. It's a relatively late pop from Aza, but Blue's also kind of out. Remorse actually takes a lot of damage, could go down here. We'll have to see, most likely a chase. The scout gets launched and surfs all the way to kill Remorse. That is a really, really good play from KBC there.
Aza's died right on the tail end of that though. Yui really
that's a
low.
shame.
I don't know if you witnessed it, but Talk got dumpstered. He was bounced around like the little hacky sack of a man that he is for like a solid 20 seconds.
I was looking at KPC's kill onto Remorse there. If Spin goes down, they could potentially catch up Remorse as well, but looks like he's going to keep him alive, and Lau gets him time, so... But I think Red's going to capture this anyway, so I guess Red's come out on top after that exchange after all. Blue are going to quickly and swiftly retake the point. Twig's coming in here for Aza right now. Aza does a nice little dodge there to avoid the first rocket and doesn't get much damage taken on the second one.
I mean, this is very indicative of lower level teams, even though these guys aren't, but like, Product is a cost map, so time is all that matters, and it's really preferable to just sort of hold back permanently and let your team run time rather than continuously push. Also, Talk just got Remorse down to like 5 health for a moment there. It's really close to killing him.
Talk's actually been doing quite a lot of work for Red Team, both this map and last map. He's been impacting the game quite a lot. So, you know, props to him. I'm sure you're not too happy about that. I'm sure you'd love to make fun of him.
Oh, look, I'll make fun of him anyway. In any case, Blue's recapping the point here. Red just sort of stalemating it out a little bit. And they've actually used Uber to retake the point, I guess. But Remorse has held on to his Uber, so...
Putting my die here, Scout's getting quite aggressive onto him. Oh, he does. Oh, but actually KBC's gonna die in return. That's actually quite a funny play there. KBC chasing him all the way and killing him in the shutter, but Yui comes from behind and killed KBC in return.
And Blue Ubered in to stop the point there, but they got dumpstered. They got like triple air shot on the Uber. It's turned out well for them anyway. They managed to turn it back around because my Temagaf's just sort of like overextended a little bit trying to get the frags there. But It's really interesting seeing that Uber get stuffed so hard.
This is pretty much what I expected from product, and why I thought Badlands was quite important was just the raw DM coming out of from players like Yui and Lau, and I believe Spin's also known for his MG abilities. Might have outweighed Red, and that's why I thought that Badlands might be quite important. Melons is actually going to jump in on like 2 HP and get shut down immediately. Well, Mop finishes off Lau, but dies for his efforts as well. So that was like a 3-man sack on the side of Red.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense though. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
a smart play. Smart play.
Especially with only 30 seconds left on the map.
And they've actually, and with the killing of Lau, it means that they're going to be able to enter without much resistance from Stickies. Joey's going to get a forward bomb here, and Spin's going to follow up. Yui's actually in behind. He's on a 7k. He picks up 2 players, but they have no choice but to Uber. And Mob's going to see if he can pick up Yui, but he gets flashed, and it looks like this is going to be bad, really bad for Red, with the combo being cleaned up.
There's only 7 seconds left. I mean, this is first round to
definitely. That was a really, really good play from Yui there to come in, pick up two players before they Uber and completely destroy the hopes of Red.
Yeah, I mean, first round, Yui's already on like an 8 kill streak at the end there. Like.
Yeah.
In any case, we're going into the second round here. I mean, Melons has taken a lot of damage. Good Sticky's coming out of Lau there. Yui's sort of holding back. I guess he's getting ready to jump. There he is. Jumping onto Torque.
He chooses not to finish Torque off right there, and he's going to jump in. But then
he's so low on the point, but no damage is being done to him.
He's avoiding
Nikolai's going down. Torque jumping in. Sort of getting stuffed out. Yeah, this is not so good here for my tema Jeff. Twig jumping onto the med here. Lots of damage.
Damn, that's a really nice play from
Aza, you're so good, baby. He just used, unfortunately, but he did dodge that entire jump.
Oh, who doesn't love Luke? We're gonna see Michaelesh winning a duel against Spin there, but then dying to rushing him on the side.
It doesn't matter though, because his goal there was to force the med, which he got.
Yeah, Yui's gonna jump in and jump out there. He's gonna stay on that top rock, which is always a good spot for observing and spamming out players. Yui's getting really forward positioning there. He's gonna put a lot of damage into Red, and Ace is actually gonna go down from a fat chase by Pudding. And I think unless they can pick up Remorse here, it's gonna be even more time taken.
Something you might not have noticed, but actually, Lau went down to 3 health, and both of the scouts were, I think, around about 80. And it was a really prime time for my tema Jeff to actually push and take the point very easily off that damage, but Yui jumped onto them and stopped that push. It was really smart play.
Yeah. Gotta expect that from Yui. He's got a big brain. Lots of experience. He's gonna get back up. No, it's Twig this time, getting back on that rock and spamming them out. It's so, like, they're not dealing with it too well. Actually, they get to force out. This is the 3-man sack. Mob's gonna try and get out here. Aze is actually forward. He gets a really nice crossbow onto Twig. That was really nice by Aza. That's gonna mean that he can't chase, even if he probably wouldn't have, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
and
I mean, with the 3-man sack thing, keep in mind this is cost, so when Sad Boys has the point, my tema Jeff spawns really quickly, so they can actually afford to, like, 5-man sack and then just push, if they wanted to, like...
yeah, I don't have anything against it, but I do, the thing about there was that Aza kind of got left completely alone, and so he won't have the biggest ad, although it doesn't look like Blue grinded too well, so actually that's not going to matter, but when Aza was alone, it was only about 25% ad, easily manageable for Blue, but they've pushed it to a 30% ad, and now Red will be able to retake the point with this.
But they're losing their ad here. They either need to kill Remorse or...
Well, I mean, they did manage to muscle them off, and now they have, like, possession of the mid, and they can Uber to defender. The
but
early
they're also
Uber pop
low.
Coming out by Blue. Aza should pop, yeah, and he does. They need I would like to see Melons put some stickies down, like, for the medic to walk over. But they kill him regardless. Twig's actually in. Aza might die here because both Pudding and Twig are on him. Neither of them hit their shots, and he'll stay alive there. Yui's gonna die. Lau's up, but I don't think he has any traps. So not much to worry about, and red will keep this mid, which is just going to be quite big because blue already just have like a minute. You know, if they got it, they'd only have a minute to hold it before they're two rounds ahead, which is not so comfortable.
Yeah.
For red, like they can afford a 1 round loss, but a 2 would be a big blow to their momentum, and that would mean that the map might go into blue, which would mean that, you know, that would be the game.
Blues made the smart play of just actually capping because they were like pretty much all the way capped in the first place. So now they're getting more time, and Azer's going to have to use if they want to retake this point here with the way that Blue's managing to hold. Yeah. And I think we've got a pause. Yeah, we've got a pause.
Yeah, we do have a pause.
So I'm going to assume that someone disconnects after this fight, or maybe they want to reconnect. Yeah. So we never really got time to actually talk about predictions. Now that you've seen like a quarter of the match,
I just got like rushed into the map. There was an intro I wanted to do. You know, like.
How do you feel about predictions for this one?
Well, I mean, I won't say the previous match because, you know, I could just make that up and be like a god. But I will say I did expect this game to be quite close. And to be honest, I think the momentum's in Blue's favor right now. The damage output is a lot more prominent for Blue, and it's really like walking all over Red's. Like every time Red has an opportunity to push, you just see this massive amount of damage coming out from both soldiers on Blue, and it's really stunting a lot of their pushes. So at this point in time, I think Blue will take this map and the game with the. I'm gonna predict a 3-1 for Blue.
I honestly don't know which way I want to predict this because I know the players on my team of Jeff better, and I know they're all actually pretty good, but they're not. It's just not really working for them tonight, as far as I can see. So,
is it first a 3 or 4? I can't remember. I think it's 4, right?
Yeah, it's 4.
Okay, so in that case, it'll be, I reckon, be 4-1. Unless we see some like pretty big like plays coming out for Red that could boost their momentum. I think Blue are in a pretty good position right now to take the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not. The other thing we talked about before was the situation with Red is that if they did miss this, their hopes for their match next week in their next playoff game that might be cut short because of some availability issues. So, what was? You want to go on about that?
Not really. I mean, we've just gone back live.
Yeah, we're back live.
So we'll fix up the stream real quick, but just a little something. I did notice that Yui is taking the most heals, and he has the least deaths, and he's on Roma, so...
Yeah, and he took more heals on the demo last map as well, so you can definitely see that the whole kind of mechanic of Blue is revolving around Yui, regardless of what class he plays.
Yeah. I mean, red team's recapped here, but they're just sort of getting dumpstered. They're all very low, not managing to take much ground.
Yeah, Melons will go down here and probably Mop as well. Yeah, Mop goes down. This is definitely the round for Blue. They're about to cap it. There it is.
I mean, 30 seconds left. That's enough time for my team of Jeff to actually push.
My bad. But... My HUD had 0, so I thought...
Yeah, you gotta reconnect to the FP, dude.
Oh, do I? Oh, that's a shame.
I'll fix it for you at least.
Alright, I'm doing that now.
But yeah, my team of Jeff is actually just used in here. They're getting some ground, but the points still count. Remorse with the counter Ruber. My team of Jeff, again, just sort of getting dumpstered. The days are going down. Putting on a 5-kill streak. And my team of Jeff gets wiped on the tail end there, and second round going to Sad Boys.
Yeah, and I don't know, what do you think Red should do to try and rectify this situation? Or do you think do you think there is anything they can do or not?
I think they need to get more aggressive early and then actually hold a defensive position. I mean, it's Koth. It's Viaduct, you know, it's just what you do. It's the easy way to win the map. You were taking out Michael Ash and actually getting cleaned up by Mob. Spin's really far forward. He's super low on point.
Here. Yeah, Talk getting quite aggressive here. He gets behind Blue Team. He's going to pick up Lau as well. Actually,
that's a wipe.
Yeah.
They need to cap the point though.
It's almost like they're listening to you, Snazzy.
Yeah. More aggressive early and then hold back. Spam them out on the way instead of holding forward, sorry.
If they get a solid round off like this round, I think the momentum could possibly carry forward. We might see a comeback.
Now, my Tema Jeff actually made a heads-up play there. They delayed their cap of the point to prevent spawn, and they've used crits. A's are going down. The crits did not go well for him.
We did not notice they were crits there. It's quite unfortunate that the one time they ran crits, they won the mid. But I mean, unless they could make it work, but I would much rather hold with Uber in a defensive situation.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Blew up here with the 20% Uber ad.
Did Aza stay on crit zone?
Let me check.
No, I don't believe he did.
No, he hasn't. He's back onto Uber, so you know they've got some time on point at least, and actually Talk getting quite aggressive right now. He's doing quite a good job of turning heads and wasting ammo. So if the blue scouts and Mop maybe can come forward and like exploit this kind of lack of ammo, then it could give Red quite a lot of space. Yeah, Talk actually trades with Twig, which is of a trade to make. Melon's quite low here. You see will die to UE. Nice rocket by him, and looks like we're gonna see Red back out here. Blue have it's even by now. There's no Uber ad coming into this.
Yeah, there's no Uber ad, but Red does have spawn ad. So if they want to, with 2 minutes on the point for them, they could afford to sack in, force the Uber, and then push after with their fast spawns. They wouldn't actually lose too much time. Aza's going really low though, so I think they're committing.
Remorse popping probably a bit too early there. I didn't see much of a threat to him, although he was on like 75% HP. But no, UE, great rocket on to take down Aza post Uber.
It doesn't really matter if he uses early there because he stopped them from even getting to the point, let alone getting time on it. They couldn't even get to the point.
It's not much of a deal. But yeah, UE taking down Aza there post Uber was really big, so he's gonna. Well, actually, as I say, that Remorse probably hasn't been healing too efficiently, and it's only a 15% ad.
Yeah.
But I guess it's not CP, so it doesn't really make a difference.
I mean, it's a minute 30 versus 2 minutes. Remorse does have 70, and Ace is only on 45. But I don't know. They could just try to push this, maybe sack in, kill Remorse or something. But they're just opting to hold back and sort of grind up their Uber.
I'd like to see like a 4-man sack or whatever and leave a scout with the med to grind, which I think is what they're gonna do. But Remorse is actually gonna Uber in. He must have got forced by someone there, and Ace is gonna get out. Hopefully.
Yeah, we tried to jump on the laser there, but Talk had stayed with him. So.
Well, we're gonna see full ad coming out for Red here. Hopefully they can do something with it. They're also gonna have good spawns, fast spawns, because they do not currently hold the point, obviously. And so looks like we're going to see a repush from Red. Yeah,
they've got
if they play this right, they can definitely take
still
the
down.
Point.
He's only just spawned. They could definitely
Twig
get
doing a big bomb onto picking up a scout, and Mop trades, but Mop dies as well. But Spin's really hurt on. Nobody's looking at him. If KFC turns around, it'd be a free frag. Yeah, there it is.
So Remorse now has 50%, but they're 3 players down. I don't think they really should hold off the cap there yet, so they've given them a slightly faster spawn. They have enough players. If they can hold this effectively, they really could delay this point long enough, but Remorse is coming up on Uber now, so they really need to jump someone onto him and either force him or kill him. Because Remorse has... Ace is only on 50. But they're just spamming.
Twig doing a really proactive play, but gets shot down by Mop instantly, who was just hiding in like on the rock there, I think. And the blue Uber's gonna come out. Hopefully Ace can get away. He's actually opting to stay on the hill, on the cliff right now, and Yui's gonna jump in, noticing that, and he picks off Aza and KPC most likely. Yeah, he does, but Yui's actually really low. He's wow. Okay, Yui just got away with murder there. He not only picked up the medic, but then picked up KPC. And then picked up a soldier with 1 last rocket on 1 HP. Big play coming out from Yui there. Melon's still fighting low.
Desperately fighting.
Oh, Aza gets hit with a preemptive pipe. And that's going to be a 3rd round for blue.
Oh, so it was actually to 3. I don't even know the fucking rule set myself anymore.
Oh, okay then.
So it's a
Jeez.
3-0 roll.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna,
So yeah,
brag or
that's
anything,
that.
but I did think that product was much more suited for blue, and I thought
Yeah,
balance
I
was
mean,
quite important.
they're a far more DM intensive team, really. So
Let's have
so
a look at
just
the logs.
getting these logs up. So, Sad Boys is going straight to the grand finals now, aren't they?
Yeah, so I think the way it works, this was the first and second seeded team in IM this season. So Sad Boys will go straight through to the grand finals. I think they'll probably have a bye next week, and then Team of Jeff will have to face off against the winner of the third and fourth seeded team, which I believe will be Ripe versus who was it? Ripe versus Salt Free, was it?
I believe. I don't know. I'm not 100%. I haven't really kept up with the situation. So looking at these logs though, Yui and Lau coming in at 505 and 456 DPM respectively.
That's wow, that's a lot.
Yui really shutting people out. He's gone 26 for 9.
He got a lot of free space, and he capitalized off a lot of his opportunities during that product game. So it's not surprising to see such a high impact game.
But another interesting stat here that I'm seeing is when you sort by damage taken, Pudding has taken the second least just after Remorse of damage, but he's also dropped 315 DPM, 24 for 10. That's pretty big play for someone that's sort of come out of nowhere, more or less, as a scout.
Yeah, it's a pretty high percentage match there coming out from Pudding. Definitely putting in his efforts towards the team's win there.
Yeah.
Aza dying 3 more times than Remorse. And wow, okay, that's almost 200 more damage a minute from Remorse in terms of healing over Aza there. And again, blue team doing more damage to red.
Yeah.
So it's quite an interesting stat there to see happen.
So, I can't really hear what our boys trying to tell us here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're up looking at these meds here. Like the heal spread's pretty decent for both teams. Really, I'm not seeing much far out of the way, but Yui is taking a lot of heals as
That's
Roma.
a lot
it seems
of heals
like they're
for a
sharing.
product.
Yeah, they're just sort of sharing Twig and Yui equally. So I mean,
it's not like it's not necessarily a bad thing, as he is quite a big part of the whole team's mechanic, and their decision making. Probably a lot of it comes from Yui being the most experienced player in that team by far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So interesting that blue actually lost 3 advantages into uber advantages there, but I guess that's another kind of, it points toward against the what's the word, the point of red team not capitalizing on enough opportunities that were presented to them, and I think that's probably what they should work on the most, is kind of being more proactive, as I think both of the teams weren't necessarily too proactive in either map, but definitely blue stepping it up in that last match, which I think was the difference between a close game and a roll.
Yeah. So, I mean, apparently there's no interviews for tonight, unfortunately. But yeah, so, I mean, thanks for tuning into CappingTV, those of you that are still in the stream.